Welcome back. It is 1667. In the last one, we have Chogan trying to reunite with his son, Melly meeting Muriel, Tom trying to get Elliot married to Sadie, Martha outing Lydia to Obadiah, Chenua getting Nathaniel to agree to divorce Hope. So lots of things. So first we're going to do here, we have Gideon and Phineas aging up. So actually, and then we also have Massasoit as children. So actually, I'm not going to roll for Phineas. I'm telling you that right now, because these are the only two Sims left in our whole family. And so he reached level 10 of the Reaper career, and due to that, supposedly it means that you don't get reaped. So I think we're just going to say okay, no 13 or 19 for the other two. I guess it wouldn't have mattered anyway. Then Canon Chet Waldrick is becoming a teenager, no 7 or 14. Will he marry? No 1 through 6. He will. Trinity and Mercy Dubois becoming young adults, no 3, 9, or 20. Ooh. Mercy. Mercy, I had a whole storyline. When I tell you that I had a whole storyline planned for Mercy. Well, that's all done now. 1667. Weedamoo is becoming an elder. Let's roll for her. I actually think I have plans to kill her at some point, so let's just go like that, and we'll see where we go from there. And then, okay, we have Wamsuda and Charity becoming teenagers, 7 or 14. And then Nathaniela becoming a child and Uncas becoming a toddler. Okay, so child is 13 or 19. Okay. And then Uncas. Oh man. Okay, and then Uncas. No 40 or 17. Oh. Oh. Well. Well. Okay, let's hop into the game. All right, so we are going to start with Josiah, who, as we know from the last one, is feeling very lonely. He is having a tough time, and because of that, he has been going out back into town, even though he is still pretty much an outcast because of all of the rumors that have gone around about him and everything. And so we are going to have him just once again come out, play some darts by himself, kind of see if he can chit chat with anybody. So there is that. And then we will have him come over here because it is snowing out. We do want to come inside. And then we are going to have him actually start chatting a little bit with a few people. And one of those people is Delilah. Now, I feel like him and Delilah can have a good conversation because the two of them, both understand what it's like to lose the person you love. And they probably knew each other peripherally. Maybe they didn't know each other super well, but he knew her at least through Solomon and Solomon's their family because of Austin. So it's not like he doesn't know who she is at all. And she obviously, knew about Solomon and Bernard and him and all this stuff. So she knew about that stuff. So and she wasn't, obviously she didn't have a problem with it, but she it doesn't bother her to talk with him or to, she feels lonely too. Now that her sister is, having her own life, Delilah herself feels like she, is a little lonely. She feels like she's not really moving forward. And so that is something that they have in common and that they're able to kind of connect over. So those two are becoming friends. It's nice to see two people who have had hard lives kind of, comfort each other. Meanwhile, we are going to come here and we are going to have Melly actually telling her father about wanting to marry Amos. So Melly is going to tell her father, and he's been through a lot lately, and he's kind of had to rethink some of his ideas about what life should be like and all of that. And so she's going to be telling her father that she wants to marry Amos, and he, even though his initial instinct is like, that's a bad idea, but at the same time, he's like, no, I'm trying to do better. Like, I lost my son, and I just can't be estranged from any more of my children. So he is going to basically say to Melly, like, okay, I will support you. I'm going to have to support you. And so he is going to stick up for her. And then Amos is going to come over. We're going to meet Amos for the first time there. And then also these two are going to get married today. So let's just do that. Okay. And here they are. And, you can see Salili, she is, someone who really caused a lot of that trauma with Choga. You can see they just got a difficult relationship. And I think that she is obviously not supportive of this. She was the one who kind of, her and her husband, put those ideas into Chogun's head in the first place. And so, she is not going to support this, but Chogun is going to stick up for his daughter against his mother because he's like, look, I can't take it. Like, I cannot lose another child. So that is what they're going to do. We're going to have these two get married. Of course, they cannot marry in the church because she is not Puritan, but they can marry here. I invited Muriel over too, but of course, all the Sims just wander around doing whatever they want. They don't really care. So we're going to have them move in together. She is going to move in with him and Muriel, and they are married. We're going to get them one pregnancy as per the townie rules that I'm going by right now, even though I change my rules like every other day, but this is this is what it is today. So there they are. She is now Melly Phelps, and she is married, and she is happy, and they are happy, and they're going to have twins, I believe. So that'll be good. Let's get everything updated here. And we will have Muriel spending time with them. Muriel is excited too. Muriel is still very pushy. She's still going to be Muriel, but she does want Amos to be happy, and so she's going to be supportive of that. So Melly is then going to actually come and see Uncas because she feels really sad that, he's estranged from their family and everything, and she's going to come and talk to him and basically be like, look, I know that you and Dad obviously do not have a good relationship right now, but he approved of my marriage with Amos. He supported us. He stuck up for us, and I just wanted you to know that so that you can be aware of that. So let's just switch. We're going to switch households because I want to play as Uncas. But yeah, so Melly is basically going to tell him that Amos is going to come over. Like, they're all meeting, they're all talking, and Uncas is really surprised actually because he knows that his father wanted to reconcile, but he didn't really see any evidence of like his actions changing until now. So he, words are one thing, but actions are another. And so just hearing that, he approved of Melly's relationship and all of that really kind of changes his outlook on that. And then he wants to talk to Judith a bit about it too, because the truth is Uncas was raised his whole life to succeed his father, and he loves his community, he loves his home, and he left because he loves Judith more, but like there's still always going to be a part of him that really, wants this life for himself, and Judith is happy to go here too, and so he is willing to try and reconcile with his father. So he's going to come over after hearing from Melly, and he's going to talk to his father, and it's not easy. Like, their relationship is not going to be easy. They are not going to get along right away, but he does want to, he sees that his father is trying, and he's willing to try too, and whether it works out or it doesn't, like, they're just going to try. So he he basically, talks to his father, and he's like, look, like, I'm willing to make an effort here. If you are, Melly talked to me and everything, and you have to accept Judith if we're going to do this. Like, you have to. So Chogun is like, all in on approving of his son. So he is doing his best, especially since, that is his only son now. That's the only person who can, follow his lead, or like follow up his position. So now we are going to go see Sadie. Poor Sadie. Sadie had a really bad lot in life. Once her father found out that she was trying to be with Squanto, he was not happy. He was not going to really let her do that. And so now she's older now. She's like been a young adult for a little while now. She's getting older. She needs a household. She needs a family. And so basically, she's being forced to marry Elliot because, after all of the rumors that have gone around about her and everything, that they're having trouble finding a husband for her. And so she really struggled with that, and now this is just what's happening because of it. And so that really sucks for her. But they're not going to just let her be unmarried forever. So here she is marrying Elliot. She does not want to kiss him. But she's willing to, do what she has to. At least she's getting away from her family, who she's really not getting along with right now. So at least there's that for her. But yeah, she's really struggling because she doesn't want to be married to an old man who has adult children and everything. Like she's basically like his caretaker. Like he wanted a wife so that someone would like take care of him in his old age now that his children are all off doing their own thing. So it's sad for her. She would have married Squanto, but that is not what ended up happening because he died. So now we are here finishing up the wedding. Everything's good. Her mother's telling her, like, you're going to be the lady of your house. You're going to have children. You're going to be happy. Like, your husband will probably die soon anyway, so you get the independence that you want. So you'll be fine. And so sometimes a happy ending just doesn't work out. Sometimes you just gotta live this way. Whatever way allows you to keep moving forward, I guess. Anyway, we're going to go see Martha now. Now, Martha has found out last time that Lydia is a spellcaster, and she's not happy about it. Obadiah is here as well. Let me just get him, like, here, so that he doesn't keep wandering off. We're going to just add him to the family now. So basically what's happening, even though the Sims disappear, like Martha just disappeared, but Martha is really not happy because she's jealous. And so when Obadiah decides to propose to Lydia right here, Martha is really angry about it. And she's like, you can't do that. Like, you can't, she doesn't want, it's one of those things, like, she's miserable, so she wants everyone else to be miserable too. And so she is like, you can't marry her. Like, she's a spellcaster. And she, like, outs Lydia to Obadiah and is basically like, she's a spellcaster, and everyone's going to find out, and I'm going to tell everyone that she's a spellcaster, and all this stuff. And so, like, you're not going to get a happily ever after. You can't be together, all this stuff. And so Obadiah is like, what the heck, right? He is not happy about, like, what Martha is saying, and he kind of says to Lydia, like, is it true? Are you a spellcaster? And she's like, yes, I'm a spellcaster. It's really not that big a deal. I think actually she might have told him last time. I can't even remember now. It's been a while since I played. But like she is telling him like it's really not that big a deal. It's like not a problem. And so Martha, on the other hand, who we still can't see, but she is here. She is there. There's her plum blob on the left. But basically Martha is like not gonna let them do their thing. And so Lydia kind of runs in the house like all upset and like worried that she's gonna literally be burned at the stake. But Obadiah has other plans because he loves Lydia. He loves her so much, and he doesn't care that she's a spellcaster. And he's been coming around, and he's seen how hateful Martha is towards Lydia, and he doesn't like it, and he doesn't approve of it. And he's like, you know what, I'm done with this, and I'm not going to deal with this. So he actually is going to kill Lydia, and basically, like get her stuck out in the snow. Maybe she'll freeze to death or something, and he'll get away with it. But um, nobody really cares about about Martha. Um, so yeah, he has killed Martha, and he tells Lydia, he's like, look, now I'm just as bad as you are. If one of us is going to die, being executed for crimes, then the both of us are, and it's fine, and we're going to be together, and we're going to be happy, and we're going to, run the orphanage and raise the children, and it's you and me. And so they're together. They're in it. They're in it for the long haul, and they are hopefully going to be happy together. I haven't really decided what their long-term plan is yet. But for right now, they're willing to kill for each other, so there is that. So yeah, they're doing good. I'm just trying to get their romance up a little more, because even though they're engaged, their romance wasn't very high, or like high enough for me. So yeah, they're feeling good. Martha's gone now. Poor Martha. She had quite the life. She just kind of, it was all downhill after Sarah. Okay, so next we're going to go to the Harper household. Now, Hope, her mother, has died now, and, she's being basically divorced, kicked out, whatever. And Nathaniel is like not sympathetic at all. And Hope basically is just like begging him for another chance. Like, we don't have to get divorced. Like, it doesn't have to be this way. We can make it work still. Like, I can learn to live with Chenoa. I promise I won't be trouble. All this stuff. And Nathaniel's just not into it. He's like, you're too much drama. Like, you're too much. I don't care anymore. Like, I don't want to deal with it. Like, you gave me my sons, and I'm very grateful for that, but I don't need anything else from you. Like, there's nothing else that you can give that would, make up for the drama that you cause. So he is not willing to give her another chance. And so she is obviously very upset, because she doesn't want that, like she thought, based on her parents' teachings, that she was never going to be ousted like this. And so she is feeling really angry and really upset. And so she looks outside the window here, and she sees little Nathaniela just kind of like playing in the snow in like shorts, even though she wouldn't wear shorts, but you know what I mean, like in not a coat and everything. And so she sees, and like normally she would probably be like, hey, like, come inside, it's getting dark, it's cold, all that stuff. And so she does not. She decides to just walk away, and Nathaniela freezes to death outside. So I probably should have warned you about that, but you knew Nathaniela was dying this year already. So you were probably thinking, how is she going to die? And this is how. And honestly, I'm looking at some of my stories that I have kind of planned out for a few years, and I'm like, maybe I should remind everyone that like these videos are not children appropriate, and they are, full of death and bad things, cheating, child death, all sorts of awful things. So don't forget that that is the case. Do not forget. So now we're going to head over here. We know that Mercy is also supposed to die this year, so that is unfortunate for her. So what I'm going to have happen is basically Mercy like ends up finding Temperance's old spell books also. And so she finds the spell books, and she's like, whoa, like, could I do this? Like, could I do magic? Like, could I, you know, maybe use magic to get what I want, because she was very jealous of Thanks and Trinity's relationship, and so she is actually kind of excited that she can use magic now, because she's like, maybe I can like get a husband, maybe I can become rich, maybe I can do all of these things. And so she is very excited about that. But since she didn't have Temperance doesn't know that she's doing this, and so since she didn't have anyone to guide her in her magical journey, she's just kind of being reckless and doing whatever she wants and stuff. And so that does lead to, I forget what it's called, is like magical overload or something, but that is what is going on with her, is that she has used too much magic, and now she is overloaded herself. And so she is in I was going to say she's in bad shape. It's like, no, she died. She actually died. So, yeah, it's not good. That's what happened to Mercy. She died because of magical overload. And, obviously Temperance is horrified because she probably recognizes the signs, but says that it's something else. And she is probably realizing that maybe she should have told her children about them being spellcasters before they figured something out on their own. So she will probably have to have a talk with her children, her other living children, neither of whom are going to get married and have kids, which is really unfortunate for that Dubois family. But that's just the way it is, I guess. So, yeah, we're going to do birthdays next. And then we have Gideon and Phineas Hobart becoming children, Massasoit Waldrop becoming a child. Oh, yeah, I forgot that it was Phineas's birthday, so we are going to go back to the other household and have his birthday after we do some of this birthday stuff. So Massasoit Waldrop becoming a child, Canonchet Waldrop becoming a teen, Trinity Dubois becoming a young adult, Mercy Dubois dying, Wamsuta Harper becoming a teen, Charity Anderson becoming a teen, Nathaniela Smith dying, Uncas Yazzie II dying also, unfortunately, and then Martha Hobart dying. So that is all of the birthdays, and then we're just going to head back to our main household and have birthday for the twins. So we will have Lydia and Obadiah running the orphanage from now on. They are going to get married, so technically he's not supposed to be living here yet, but that's fine. But yes, so they are going to run the orphanage. They're also going to have their own kids and everything, but they're also going to raise the twins and any other orphans that might happen in the game, which honestly is surprisingly not many. There aren't that many, young children orphans. Like usually they at least have a teen older sibling to take care of them. So that is really weird that doesn't really happen very often in my game. Like even Lydia would have had someone to take care of her. I guess Sarah wouldn't have had anyone to watch the babies, but that's okay. So yeah, we're aging them up, and I'm trying to remember what their traits were. I can't remember honestly. So let's see. We'll start with Gideon, who is the elder twin, and so he is going to age up, and we are going to do. Okay, so he's a loner. Oh, and then I think Phineas was gloomy. So they both kind of had some bad traits. And it's probably from the tumultuous childhood that they've had so far because of, you know, Sella leaving. I guess Sella was already gone before they were born, but like Sarah dying, Martha dying, like lots of crazy stuff. So that's fine. Anyway, we are going to wrap up for this year. I hope you guys enjoyed. We're getting closer to the end of the decade. Very exciting. And I will catch you in the next one.